Hello, 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 it is I, Ilamore, and you join us once again, a focus on the Settlers 2 10th Anniversary Edition. Today we are focusing on the Hunter, and you see all of those animals around. Well, they had better worry, because the Hunter is out to get them, for real. So, yeah, we'll take a look at the Hunter, how he hunts, where he hunts, what he hunts. What he hunts might surprise you. To understand the Hunter, though, we've got to understand the animals. Let's have a look at those. There are three types of animal in the game that the hunter will hunt: the rabbit, the deer, and the elk. All three of them together there. And they all produce the same amount of meat. And while the deer looks super cute, rabbits just look kind of evil. Anyway, let's look at how they move. So to test how the animals moved around, I created this flat map so we could see very clearly. Use the flowers to create this pattern, and you can see this deer will only go 6 spots away from its starting position, which was right here. At first it looks as though it's just going to stay in this top third, but actually it will roam around, but never going further than 6 spots away from the center. Interestingly enough, if you play the same map and the same simulation over and over again, this deer always does the same pattern. So it looks random, but it's not really. Similarly for the elk, different pattern, but he's not going to go further than 6 spots away from the center. The rabbit, on the other hand, is a roamer, and he will go 8 spots away from the center quite happily, but no further than 8 spots away. So what we see is that animals are limited in their range to where they start. They're not going to migrate. They also don't breed. However many animals you have at the beginning of a level, that's how many you've got. And so your hunter is very limited as to how much meat he can get, because he's only going to be able to go a certain amount of spots from his position. Animals are only going to be able to stray into his position if they started close enough, and they're never going to multiply. There's never going to be more. So the hunter's pretty limited. Okay, now to see exactly how far the hunters will go to attack an animal, I've set up this rabbit run, and we've got 6 rabbits here, and they can only go in a straight line. This is 8 journeys away, and this one can only go up to here, this one only up to here. I've surrounded them with marshland so they can't go anywhere else, they can't get in each other's lanes, and I've set up a hunter's hut 8 journeys away, 9 journeys away, and 10 journeys away from this side, facing this way, and they're similarly here. And that's because I want to know whether they are using the center of their radius as the hut itself or as the flag, because as you remember, the fisherman uses the flag, which is weird. So let's connect these up, and we'll see which hunters manage to get the rabbit and which ones don't. The wascally wabbit. Alright, so hunters coming in. So there's this one. He hasn't come out yet, but his rabbit hasn't come all the way to the end as yet. There it is. Will he come out here? He's not. This guy is. This guy is coming out. This guy is not. This guy obviously isn't. They are not managing to get the rabbit. So we can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from the hut, or 9 from the flag. Alright, let's see what's happening up here. Alright, this is 9 from the hut. And the rabbit was there. Didn't get him. This one's 10 from the hut. He's definitely not getting him. And yeah, the hunter comes out from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 away. So this one was 8 away from the hut, 7 away from the flag. This one was 8 away from that, 9 away from the flag. If it was from the flag, this one, which was 8 and 9 away from the flag, these two would have got their rabbits, but they didn't. So we can say that if an animal comes within 8 journeys of a hunter's hut, then he will go out, and if he's available, then he will go out and hunt them. So we've said that figuring out how much meat, or how quickly a hunter can get meat, is pretty hard to quantify, because you don't know how much meat is going to be available in that land anyway. The meat is moving around, it's got legs. But what about if we had optimal conditions? So what I've done is I've created a landscape here where the rabbits can only travel around in this area right here. This is as far as they can go because they all started right here. They can't get out there. And if we put a hunter's hut right here, well, he's going to be able to reach anywhere that these rabbits can get to. And what we're going to do is we're just going to see, we're going to observe how long it takes him to capture, what should we say, 8 rabbits, 8 observations. So we'll speed this up a little bit until he comes out, and then I'll watch it and come back to you with the results. So having observed the hunter in optimal conditions, what we see is he leaves his house, he finds an animal, that animal stays put once it's been chosen. He seems to pick it from at random. He goes straight to that animal. He takes about 5 seconds to kill and dress the animal so that it becomes meat, and then he brings it back, he drops it off, and that journey under optimal conditions, the whole thing takes about 53 seconds. So you could say that once every 53 seconds or so the hunter's going to bring you back meat. Well, as long as the meat lasts, and as long as the meat is, you know, in the right area. So where would you use the hunter? Well, maybe in a situation like this, where you've just started out, there's a lot of deer and animals hanging around, and well, why not make use of that resource? So what I've done is I've set up this hunter. He's going to hunt all of these animals down. We'll just see how long it takes him until he pretty much decimates this area, and how much meat that he would get, and then we'll just compare him against the fisherman. The other place that this would work is if you're going into a new area, maybe opening up an island, for example. There's often lots of animals on islands, so right at the beginning you might want to build a hunter's hut to take advantage of that resource. But it's not as good as farms, which are renewable. It doesn't seem to be as good as fishermen, but we'll check. Let's leave this running for a while, see what we get. Okay, well, I'm pleasantly surprised. We did collect 24 ham. We had 12 before, so 24 ham. In that amount of time, it was 28 minutes total, which is about 1 piece of ham every 70 seconds, which is about 3 times faster than the fisherman, to be honest. Of course, you get a lot less. It's not going to last as long, but actually, beginning game, maybe not so bad. Maybe we should invest in hunters right at the beginning. Finally, just to say, it doesn't matter what you're hunting, rabbit, elk, stag, it all turns into ham, so apparently they're all pig. Well, I guess that's all from the hunter for today. I hope this has been informative for you. Hope you have a lovely day, and we'll see you next time for another summary and then another walkthrough. Bye bye.